Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a flea market video. So, if you are a regular watcher of my channel, then you probably know that I'm always way behind with my flea market videos, meaning I have so many recorded and filmed and all, but with uploading them and editing them, I'm still in April or something. For this one I want to make an exception because I can't wait to show you what I found. If you're on Instagram, if you're following me over there, and you have definitely seen this somewhat recently, that I found it was just a really good flea market day, and I found something that I usually never find. I don't know, you still then might be spoiled for all of this, because usually I'm usually always posting my flea market finds on Instagram immediately, but I mean it's just one photo in a story that vanishes, and then it's half a year later when my video goes up, so you shouldn't be remembering most of it. This time you might still remember it because it was just 1 week after Toyplosion. I went to one of my usual flea markets, just went to Biesdorf, and I found just really good stuff. At first I wasn't even intending to film. I was like, I'm gonna take my camera with me in case something really crazy happens, but if it's just here and there, a couple of things, I might not even film, because I have so much flea market footage already. I don't know when I should upload all of this, but yeah. But at first it started slow. The first thing was not so crazy, but let's have a look. Wie viel kosten die Kassetten? 2 Euro. Die nehme ich mit. Guck noch mal kurz, ob hier noch was anderes ist. Nichts übersehe. Ja, bitte. Yeah, the first thing I saw and picked up, and I was getting out my camera for, was this pink cassette tape here. It is from Barbie and the Beat. So this is a pack-in, cassette tape that came with a Barbie doll, specifically with the Barbie from the Barbie and the Beat line, so from 1989. That's also what it says on the cassette tape. In German, or I think in Europe in general, this line was called Disco Barbie. And if I'm not mistaken, it only came with Barbie. So there's 3 dolls on this line. It's Barbie, Mitch, and Christy. But I think the Christy and the Mitch doll did not come with this cassette tape. Only the Barbie did. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this is of course not the real cover or box for it, because this cassette tape, I think it just did not come with any box. But this is still so cool because someone has put stickers all over it from teenage magazines. Bravo, it's a very popular one in Germany, but also some I don't know, DuckTales or something, stickers. Lambada. I don't know who Big Fun is, but of course you kids on the block. So this is really cool. So I was a little bit afraid that someone might have just recorded over it with these bands or something. But the truth is, the cassette tape doesn't work. I tried it. I mean, it would have been cool if it works. It is still just cool because it's one of my favorite Barbie lines. and I would just put it in on the shelf, same as I have my working out cassette tape with my working out Barbie. No, Christy, I actually don't have Barbie. Or if I would have, like, I think the Barbie and the Rockers definitely also came with cassette tape, so that I would just put on the shelves. Here it is. I think it had like 3 like songs, like Jammin', and then the other side would have The Beat and Shine. So I guess 3 different songs, but here you see it's called Disco Barbie, Barbie Disco. And I tried both sides and it's like not working, and I found out why. Because do you see this little piece in here? I don't know if you can I don't know. This little thing here for cassette tapes. This is wobbling around, it's loose, and that's why it doesn't work. If you place it really in the middle, underneath the tape, and put it very carefully in a cassette player, it shortly works. And then it goes away because this is like wobbling around. It is loose. This, I don't know. Let me try to show it to you. This little thing in there. That looks like a little sponge. This whole thing is just, it's loose. So I don't know if you can repair that. I tried my best to wobble it around and try to place it in the middle. But honestly, it's loose because like one of the like metal things, hooks, is not in the cassette here anymore. So you probably would have to take the cassette into 2 parts. And I honestly have no idea. I probably would just make it worse. So it's just a display piece. It's still cool. I paid €2 for it. And I'm still happy, though I was a little bit bummed. I was like really hoping it would work. Because usually when I buy cassette tapes, you know, all of my, you know, children's audio cassette tapes with, you know, the stories, you know, Rainbow Bride and all those work usually. It's really rarely that they don't work. This one doesn't. But that was just the start. Be prepared.
So many G1 ponies in here. That never ever happens. Never. Never. I'm so excited. I think I have all of them, but there's even some very good G4 ponies in here. And of course G3.5. Yeah, some really good G4s even. Oh my god, I can't believe it. And some G3s. I think I also have most of everything here, but and it's a G3 playset as well. Was kosten denn die Ponys?
Welche? Na, verschieden.
Verschieden.
Also der würde einen Fünfer kosten.
Mhm.
Die kleinen alle irgendwie 2 Euro, also zwischen 2 und 5 Euro.
Okay, okay.
Sagen wir mal jetzt.
Ja,
so.
gut. Ich suche mir mal welche raus. A twin set. They go together. Another newborn, newborn. It's a teeny weeny. We've got baby Cuddles, baby Billy. No, not Billy. Baby, oh, I forgot the name. Billy is the pink one. I forgot the name, but it's a European exclusive. This is a G3 that I also don't have. she would rather be a custom because her cutie mark is very much gone. Baby Rain Feather, I think. Oh, I cannot even remember. Those are the drinking wet babies. Like, oh my god, there's just too many. This is a very expensive one. This is Baby Cherry Strawberry. Okay. And of course here, she's wearing the armor from G4, of course, Shining Armor. But this is actually from the Baby Pony and Pretty Pals. Baby Leafy. Or I always mix up if the calf is called Leafy and this is Lucky Leaf. Lucky Leaf or Leafy. Always mix it up. I also think this one is totally worth it. These ones are also worth picking up. And with the others, it's like G3 babies are not bad to have, but I have all of them. They're all nice ones. It's just that I probably don't need the 1 millionth Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy. So I don't see much of a big difference in many of them. This is also definitely a Pinkie Pie I do have. And here are lots of G3.5s that I think I have all of these versions. Oh yeah, this is third. Like G3.5. The 3D Bell, 3 times the same one. No, not exactly the same one. It's a little bit of a different version, but you don't need them. But these are all really nice G4s, even though I don't know. It's like crazy. If she says they are like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. It would be, but it would still be worth it. Oh my god.
Guys, this never happens to me. If you're following me, then you know that I'm always complaining that I never find ponies. I don't even find, the other generations anymore, like G3 or G2s or G4s, not even good ones, blah blah blah. And then this lot of ponies was waiting for me. All baby ponies from like 3 different generations. So I picked up, I don't know, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I picked up 22 ponies in one go. And the chunk of it is G1. The chunk of it is G1 My Little Ponies. I could, like, what I wouldn't believe it when I was there. That's why at first I was also not really talking to the camera, because I was like, am I dreaming? Is it a joke, or am I like, probably, because I've had crazy weird dreams of finding like huge mountains of ponies at the flea market, and all of them were like rare variants and all of that. I've had these dreams, like real, and suddenly, I mean, no, none of that is like rare variants or anything, but okay. Let's get into it. So at first, I think you even heard the conversation with the woman. I don't know if you understood because in German, but she said like, there was one bigger G4, like €5 or something for the small ones, €2 or €3. So I, of course, then took her the €2, and I was like, calculating, we came to €44, which it might seem a lot for like one pickup at a flea market, but it's like broken down to the amount of ponies. It's not a lot. And then I asked the €40 is okay, and she was absolutely happy with that. I've bought from her before, and whenever I am the first customer, because I'm always very early at the flea market, she always does this little ritual that she does, like she puts a little bit of onto the money, because that's the first money she made that day. And she did it again, and oh my goodness, immediately And I've already bought them. Someone else came, a guy was like, oh, are they already sold? I would like to pick them all up. But I was like, yeah, sorry, they're all sold already. So if I would have just been like, I don't know what, 5 minutes later or something, or 10 minutes or whatever, it wasn't, maybe 5 minutes, then I would have probably missed out on them. It was just the right timing, guys. It was, I can't believe it. By the way, I also asked, because these are all baby ponies, right? I also asked them, is that all, or are there more adult ponies coming? And yeah, they had 3 more like adult ponies, but they were G3s, and I didn't even film at that point anymore. And I had all of them, and especially one of them was like rather bleached, so very, very, you know, sun faded. And they were asking then €5 for these, and I was like, I don't need them. I was happy enough with this. So let's get into it. I picked up, as I said, the bulk is G1. Then let's maybe start with the G4 ponies, because there were also a lot of G4 ponies, but most of them were, you know, Pinkie Pie, Applejack, and all of that. Still good versions of them. So the early ones from like 2011, etc., with the really smooth hair. But I have all of those, and you know, someone else can have those. I just picked up the ones that are a little more thought after. So I picked up this girly here, which is a Speedy Swirl, early pony, came out in 2011, came together with Rarity in a big playset, Carousel Boutique playset, which I have. But this is a rare one to be found, and these ponies that are not the main 6 characters of G4, those are already pretty expensive, so I don't know what Sweetie Swirl goes for right now, but it's probably around €30 or more even. And so I picked her up, although I have her. And then 2 fillies. So 2, not fillies, they're still my little ponies, but I mean in G4 the baby ponies are called fillies. So 2 small ones, they're the same. It's the same one. This actually came together with Applejack in a set, and the 2 Applejacks were also there. It is from the Sweet Slumber set with Applejack, and this is Star Dreams. Also a rather rare, sought after G4 pony. Does not have a symbol, because the babies, the fillies in G4, I mean, they're not born with symbols. Just at a specific point in time they kind of earn their symbol, so that's why these don't have symbols. All 2011, so early G4s. I picked up a handful of G3 baby ponies. Most of them I have, but there's actually one that I don't have. This is the one that I don't have, so this is a new pony to my collection. This is baby Tea Lily. So she was the one out of the bunch that had the worst hair, but I kind of managed nice. The ends are still not super good, but I mean, okay. But I put a lot of work and effort into her to make her nice again. She also has some little, you know, spots here that I cannot get off on her back, but other than that, a new addition to my collection. Honestly, the only one of this whole lot. But yeah, baby Tea Lily G3, 2005. The other ones I do have all. This is baby, I don't know if they are necessarily called baby in G3, but no. Sandy Island from 2005. Then we have Pink Sun Sparkle. She came with a big G3 castle. So the Celebration Castle from 2003. Oops. Here we have baby Surf Star, is that the name? Surf Star, yeah, Surf Star from 2005. And now this is the one I wanted to grab. And again, a Honolulu, the baby pony that came with the very, very famous G3 Butterfly Island playset. I just had her, I just showed her to you in my Toyplosion haul, because I got it from Star Wars Sammler. This one is in a better condition, it has better hair and is not as discolored and all. And I honestly already had her before, so it's actually the 3rd time now that I find this pony, but this is one of my favorite G3s, because colors and then the specific mold, and yeah, very, very beautiful. So yeah, a handful is correct. So 5 G3 ponies. One of them a new addition to my collection. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The rest is G1. Let's start with maybe not so special ones or a little less good condition, because most of them are actually in pretty good condition. For example, here we have baby Dots and Hearts. She's from the she's from the Fancy Pants Baby Ponies. Her body is in fine condition, but she is the only one actually that has cut hair, and she has also a little bit of tail rust. I cannot really see it that much, but she has definitely cut hair. So this is one that I need to rehair, and I will probably not keep, because I have one in my collection that has original hair. But yeah, she can then go to next Toyplosion or into a trade or something, whatever. So, but I have to put a little more effort and work into her. Here also, but not cut hair, but the body is not so good because she has some significant pony cancer spots. So on both sides of the body, everywhere. So the hair is nice, also no tail rust. So I will not, like, you know, need to rehair or anything, but I need to put her under significant retro briding. That sometimes helps to get a little bit out of these spots. This is baby Cuddles. So she came with, she is the one that came with the pony buggy, the baby buggy. So also a playset pony, but I really love this pony pose. This is one that wasn't used all that often, and this is the normal variant also that has the 3 little freckles. And then the other one that I always they are similar because they're in the same pose. Also came with a playset. This one's baby Tiddlywinks and came with a Lullaby Nursery. Both are from year 3, so that's 84, 85. And her hair is also nice, though it is very bleached. It's not tail rust, this is just that you can still see a little bit of pink in her hair. But the main thing about her is really that her symbol is almost gone. So I would like to use her as a custom because I really like this baby pony pose, and I don't, there's just not many baby ponies in this pose. So I haven't really come up with a good idea, because I would take out the hair and, you know, put a completely new symbol over it, but I wanted to keep her in this pink. Which pony could I make out of her? I would like to make something like a baby pony of an adult pony that does not have a baby pony yet. So I would need to have one like an earth pony, like with a light pink body. I haven't gotten a good idea. Like, you know, something like, I don't know, having like Posy and making a baby Posy, because baby Posy is not existing, but Posy is a yellow pony. So I would need something, a good idea. Maybe if you know something, write it down in the comments, because I would like to keep her and make a custom out of her, because it wouldn't really make sense to repaint her symbol and repink her hair, because she's absolutely not a rare pony. So you can find her then in better condition, normal. So okay, and the others, okay, there's one that's also not in as good condition. We've got, so crazy, that's so cute. This is a teeny tiny baby pony, so the smallest ones that are existing. This one's baby little Tabby. They're not called baby, they're called little Tabby, from the teeny weeny ponies or teeny tiny ponies from year 9. So this one's more from, you know, 1990, so one of the later ones definitely. It's this cute teddy bear, and the reason why I say she's not in a good condition, her hair was also absolutely awful. I mean, she has like curly hair, like factory curly hair, and when children then brush this through and through, the ends are mostly not looking good. I mean, I've also worked a lot on her, gone through it with the, you know, straightening of the flat iron in wet condition, strand by strand. And now I've like curled it again. It is cute, but it's not in the best condition, and also she has some tail rust. So yeah, it's also probably one that I might not replace the one in my collection, because mine is just in a little bit of better condition. And I'm not even sure, I think, because I have found 2 of them already, like in the wild back then. It might have even been one that I found in the wild, so I would not need to replace it, because a lot of them I will just keep for the reason that I found them out in the wild, and then get rid of the other one that I had before when it was just an online pickup. Now let's get to the really good ones. For example, a set of, you know, newborn twins. both of them together, the correct like twin set. We've got Big Top and Toppy, and they have, you know, these clown symbols. Ta-da! The symbols I think the exact same, but you know, the ponies itself. This one's yellow and white hair, and this one's white with yellow hair. Also a little bit of a different pose. So cute. I love them. Of course, I do have the set. I think I'm just missing like one or so to have all of the sets together, or two. I have to complete 2 of the sets still, but this is one that I have already complete. And I would also never like divide them. If I ever give them to someone, they need to stay together because they came together. This is from, is it actually from the first or from the second set? I don't know, year 6, it might be from the second. I think this is from the second set, so year 5 there was already one set of, you had 6 sets released, and this is from the second, so year 6 means 87, 88. Which one's actually which? Big Top is the white one, oops, here, and Toppy is the yellow one. So, so good, so good. I will definitely keep those because I think the other ones, the 2 that I have, were just online purchases, and then these can go somewhere else. So I know that I found them at the flea market. Here we've got actually a boy pony. It's a baby boy. It's one of the Playtime baby brothers, or in like Germany, these were part of the same set as the Fancy Pants baby. So we only had 4 of the girlies with the you know, diapers, painted on diapers, and then 2 of the boys of the Playtime baby brothers meshed together into one set. This is how it was released in Germany, and yeah, so that's why we only have 2 ponies in these poses here in Germany, and one of them is this one. The name is Baby Paws, which, you know, has a little doggy on it. So it's like, you know, the paws of the dog. Paws, like this, not paws. Let's stop something, pause something, but paws. And this is kind of in the style of the Peekaboo baby. So this is not a Peekaboo baby pony from the set, but it has the same articulation. It has like a ball joint in the head. And I will also definitely keep this one. I mean, I have it, but this one is in better condition because mine had like completely cut hair, and I re-haired it, which was kind of a thing, because how do you remove this and get it back together working? I did it, but it's not the original hair, so I will definitely keep my flea market find, and kind of, you know, pass this other one to someone, or sell it, or a Toyplosion, or whatever it might be the case. I have no idea. So yeah, Baby Paws, Playtime Baby Brothers, or Abenteuer Baby Ponies here in Germany. Year 7, so 88, 89. Crazy. And which one do we want to continue with? These 2, because these actually come from the same set. They're both from the Drink and Wet Baby Ponies, and both are in gorgeous condition. I will definitely keep these, and you know, the other ones were just online purchases, so they can, you know, go somewhere else. They are so cute. These are actually like unique poses. All of this was a set of 4 ponies, and all of these baby ponies have a unique pose that was never used again, just for these. Even these have a different pose, you can see it. They have this open mouth because you can give them a bottle, and then, you know, they would they would pee the water out of it, and they would come with little diapers that would change color when the water would hit the diaper, and they came with these big, you know, diaper changing tables and more accessories. I don't have any of these accessories. Honestly, don't even have one of these bottles. So but I love this pony set. They have so vibrant and interesting symbols, because the symbols are like, they're completely without black, so even the outlines always have just, you know, their colors. And I mean, most ponies don't have black, but I mean, it's I don't know, they have a specific style in this set that just looks a little different than, let's say, I don't know, this or something. This is just one color symbol, or I don't know, this is just simple. So what are they actually called? So I was correct, this is Baby Rain Feather, and then this is Baby Flicker. Ooh, there's my own hair on it, great. This is Baby Flicker. I don't know, they are just gorgeous, nothing wrong with them. The hair is the hair is so smooth and there's no issue with the bodies or anything. I don't know, I would be super interested how they came across this pony lot, because I mean, they are kind of resellers. As I said, I've bought from them before, and was this one collection that they just accumulated over time? Did they all belong to the same children, or I don't know. I would just be really interested. And then if this was one collection, where are all the accessories? Anyways, we have another newborn. This one not from a twin set, that's just from the normal newborn baby ponies, which that was just a set of simple newborn baby ponies. This baby yo-yo, because you know it has a little yo-yo as the symbol. Ta-da! Fading pink hair, almost faded. You can see a little bit left, but factory curl, super good condition. The hair is so smooth when you touch it. Not discolored. Sometimes when this pony is discolored, it's not as vibrant purple anymore. I probably will keep this. Mine is in a little, similar condition with the hair. I would say maybe not as smooth and nice, and it looks maybe a little discolored, mine. So definitely keep this, but already for the point of, you know, this one being a flea market find. Yeah, Baby Yo-Yo. Year, when did this one come out? Oh yeah, year 7. So newborn ponies, year 7, so from 88 and 89. Right in the middle of the line. Now we are getting to the best ponies, you could say, which is silly. All of them are the best ponies, but because 3 of them are European exclusives, and then 1 of them is just a thought after pony. Let's start with this one, Baby Lucky Leaf. I always mix it up if her little friend is called Lucky Leaf, or she is called Leafy, or the other way around. She is called Lucky Leaf, and her little friend, the little calf, so would be called Baby Leafy. So yeah, she is one of the baby pony and pretty pals, and so she came with a little animal friend, same size as a pony, same style as a pony, just, you know, not a pony. So she came with a little calf, and the other ones in the set, there's a kangaroo, there's a panda bear, and there's a sheep. And these sets, though not necessarily rare or anything, are going for quite some money, especially if you put both together, but even the ponies on their own. I would say this set is probably of the Baby Pony and Pretty Pals set, so she and her little friend is technically the one that's the most expensive or the most rare also. She was also the last pony that I actually added to this collection. I have them all. I even had them as a child, not this one, but one of these sets. They are from year 7, so 88, 89. And yeah, crazy that I now found it at a flea market, and she is in such a good condition. There's nothing wrong with her whatsoever. Unfortunately, she had this on her, so this is from G4, My Little Pony. This is from Shining Armor, the collar, which is good. I can put it on my double, so have this. And then this I never had. It was also from Shining Armor. But the unfortunate thing is that it left some marks, not necessarily like paint marks or anything, but like you can see it there. It's squished into it because this pony is not made for this head or a neck piece or whatever. So it's squished into the pony and left this mark, and I have like kind of boiled the pony in hopes that it gets like back to the normal shape, but it hasn't done anything, so I don't know. I mean, it's not necessarily super bad, but yeah, the symbol, the hair, so smooth, so nice. I, of course, will keep this one because the other one was an online purchase, and also the other one was weirdly yellow. Like when I washed this, like everything, like that came yellow out of this pony. I don't know where that came from. Whatever, this is weird. I'm much more happy to keep this one. Yeah, these pieces are also not bad because these are G4 accessories. So, and these 3 last ones are European exclusive ponies. And this one is probably not one that is like going for super high prices or anything. And the truth is, this pony I've already found at the flea market like years and years ago in 2020, one of my first like flea market haul videos or whatever. I picked this one up and now I found it again. So I don't know which one then to choose, which one I keep. I think this one is in slightly better condition. This is from the Starlight Baby Ponies. They are the European set that is kind of the equivalent to the US Baby Sparkle Ponies. Or Sparkle Baby Ponies, no, I think Baby Sparkle Ponies. The ponies look very similar. They're kind of the same characters. I mean, they have different names with the same symbols and the same pose and the similar color scheme. But the US equivalent is see-through and has, like, you know, this sparkly body, whilst ours have very vibrant colors and a shiny body, and ours have tinsel hair. So, and this hair, oh my god, this tinsel, it is in such a good condition. I don't know. So maybe I keep this, but whatever. It doesn't matter because both were actually flea market finds. But I cannot keep both. Why would I keep both? They're really the same. There's not a variant in them. The name, by the way, this is a pony that I always also mix up the name because there's websites that also list her under the wrong name. But I think from what the back cards say, etc., this is Baby Night Song, or in German Baby Glitzer. The other one is Baby Stella, the white one, but on one website that I use, their names are switched, so I always thought Baby Night Song is the white one. And this is Baby Stella, but I think this is Baby Night Song, Baby Glitzer. So, year 7 also, I think. Same as also this, 88, 89, year 7. Baby Night Song. Oh no, actually year 8. So year 8, so 80, 89, 1990. So, and then these go for a lot of money. These are actually really like thought after ponies. So both of them are European exclusives. This even people say is a German exclusive. So this is Baby Cherry's Jubilee. You might have guessed that because, you know, Cherry's Jubilee is a common, you know, adult pony. It was released everywhere. So many different variants and all. But here in Europe, or specifically on German back cards, this is found. So more like a German exclusive, you could say. We had a baby pony set that gave a couple of, you know, more baby ponies to adult versions. So Baby Cherry's Jubilee we have here. And this is from year 6. So that's like 87, 88. And the set did not even have a specific name or anything. They were just called baby ponies. Ta-da! And it makes sense. I'm from Germany. I found her here. I think my friend Cotton Candy Kittens had found her also before at the flea market. Though mine came from an online purchase. It was quite expensive pony. I don't remember exactly, but it was over 30 euro that I paid, and she usually goes even for more. So I will definitely then keep this one, although she has a little spot that might be pony cancer, but I don't know, we'll just put a little bit of Salon 40 cream on it and see if I can get that off. And which is the last one? There it is. Yeah, this is Baby Susie, and she is from an even later set. So while the set isn't even that late, it's just, I don't know, German exclusive set. She is European exclusive and very late, so she's from year 10, from 1992, and she came together with 3 ponies. So when there's a set of 3 ponies, you can always already see it's one of the later set. Mostly before that, a lot of ponies came in 4 or 6 ponies in a set. They're called the Best Friends. Best Friends set, and yeah, it's 3 baby ponies, very vibrant colors that came with a little like friend, a little dog or a little bunny or a little kitty. This one came with a dog called Spot, so with a little yellow Dalmatian, and those are the same molds, the little critters, you could say, as from the Little Litters line. So the My Little Pony adjacent Little Litters line earlier, so from the mid 80s. And also these molds were then reused by Hasbro even in the Cindy line later for fashion packs. But yeah, if you find them in these vibrant colors like a doggy, little doggy in yellow, it goes to this pony. So they have kind of weird human names. So Baby Susie, Baby Katie, and Baby Billy. Those are the ones. So Baby Billy and Bunny, Baby Katie and Kitty, and Baby Susie and Spot. So this is Baby Susie. I don't have Spot. I don't have any of these little animals. If anyone has these for sale or whatever, I'm willing to pay a little bit of money for those, but not like, you know, sometimes like you can have luck and be lucky and find them in some other weird lots of Barbie clothes or whatever, but it's rather rare. So I'm still speechless. Most of them are in really good condition. There's ponies in here that are just very like rare European exclusives, and the rare, like just the fact alone that I found ponies, G1 ponies at the flea market is still mind-blowing to me. I still cannot believe my luck, so and you know what? My pony luck continued.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's pony day today. I see G2 ponies and playsets. Unfortunately, this is a fakie, but I do have all of that, unfortunately, but I cannot leave stuff behind. Oh no, this I don't have. I don't know, is this G3 or what is it actually? No, it looks also like G2. Whoopsie. Quite big. Aber hier ist ja wahrscheinlich nichts weiter drin, ne? Das ist leer. Ja, das ist wie so ein Stall sozusagen.
Aber nur zum Lagern erstmal eingepackt, dass das nicht alles durcheinander.
Aber das hier sind irgendwie dreimal die gleichen, oder sehe ich das richtig?
Ja, also das hier ist einmal doppelt.
Genau, und die hier nochmal.
Genau, die haben wir hier.
Ach, hier ist noch was, das ist eine Hochzeit. Ah ja, ich sehe schon. Ja. Oh. Und die sind, ja. Wow, with paperwork. Bumblebee, Transformer. Not an old one, of course. Technically, this should not left behind, but I also don't know the prices yet, of course.
Okay, we had G1, G3 and G4 ponies, and now it was G2 ponies. I mean, I was also a little overwhelmed because she had this huge play set and she had multiple play sets, and I was like, do I need them? Do I want them? I actually have all of these ponies, but can I leave them? Trust me, I didn't leave them. I picked up all the ponies and almost all of the play sets. The only one I left was the double one, because she had one of the play sets, you know, I don't know why, but as a duplicate. The ponies and then the huge playset is here, and the other playsets are in there because this is technically can be used as a carrying case. So I don't know, maybe let's start with this big playset and then let's go to the ponies and the other playsets. So this is called, let me read it, the Pony Garden Carry Case. So generation 2 of My Little Pony, you know, they started in the late 90s, so they're from 1997, and most of these are rather early, so this is stuff that you would also have been able to find in the US. This is not European exclusive, this is all something that was still available also in the US. It's just from around 2000 that the stuff was only released in Europe, not in the US anymore. So the Pony Garden Carry Case. It is actually, let's maybe put the ponies again to the side at first. It did not come with a pony, though the other two playsets came with ponies. Let's start with this. It is huge, but it is so cute, and I had never seen this before. I don't even know if I knew it existed. So let's first put this to the side, and ta-da! It opens here. You can immediately, you know, see I have stuffed in like the other play sets, but this would be more like when you play with it. This is the usual, you know, where the two doors are, but then the other side also has doors. But first let me show you how amazing this is like, you know, this molding. Look at this. From far away, it just looks like, yeah, this peachy color or anything. But look how beautiful, like this pony, it's like a carved image, like all of these lines. It's not just random swirls. There's a pony, there are flowers, and then this amazing, like these flowers at the top, and then the stickers, and all is in really, really good condition. None of this is discolored. Also, the other two playsets are in really good condition. The ponies, weirdly, are in not as good condition. But yeah, and also here's the handle. I can really carry it around. And also this has the most beautiful, rather from the other side then, the most beautiful like molding on it. And even here, they could have just left, you know, like shiny and no other like anything on it, but they decided to go the extra route, and you know, even here are like matte, like you can only see it when its light shines on it, because there's these matte wine, I don't know, swirls on it, and then some like building blocks here. And yeah, the other two doors that then you can also open and play with your little playset. Oops, here. Come on. Ta-da. And there's also stickers on it of two ponies. This is so pretty. I like, oh my goodness. I mean, this is a completely different art style to Generation 1, of course. But it is amazing. Okay, how do you actually get into on the inside? So you have to like use these two clasps here, and then here at the top. It takes a little bit of finagling, but it's actually, she even showed me how to do this. So like this, ta-da. And it even comes with the paperwork. Oh my god. So this is then, you know, you can play with it like this. You know, ta-da. Or then even make it even bigger. Okay, now this is technically also connected here. Can be put in again like this. So you can really play with from all sides, and on all sides there are stickers. So let's start with this side, show you how beautiful the stickers are placed here. I don't know if they were placed on it, or it came with a sticker sheet that you had to put them on. I believe they were on it, but I could be wrong. This is so cute. And then on the other side as well, a couple of stickers come a little bit loose, but I mean, this is to be expected. This is also from 1997, so it's not like this is like a modern toy. And yeah, I squished the two other playsets in. They fit in really nice. So let's first take them out. And then also here, and there's more stickers. Oops, yeah, let's better take this two separate and I can show you the stickers better. There, and then here, and then here we are at the front again. So there's so many places, oops, where you can attach it to the other side and then use it just as a carrying case or as a playset, as a stable with, you know, these doors here. And don't worry, this is not broken or something now. It's just these, you know, they can attach here in again. Let's have a look at the paperwork. It's in all sorts of different languages, so you can really see what it is. That's the European variant. Pony Garden Carry Case, that's what I said, but it also says Pony Tunen Spielkoffertje, or Le Jardin Merveilleux de mes petits poneys, or Jardin Ponylandia, or Pony Spielhaus. The German one is the most boring one, the German Pony Spielhaus. But yeah, so it's in all sorts of different languages, and this shows you what you can do, where you put, probably show you where you place the stickers, how you use it, how you can play with it, how to open the doors. And these things also attach, and so they are attachable or reattachable. And I think these might be missing because this is something that did not come with it. These two like fence thingies that probably would go in here. This is not there, but she also didn't have it. I don't know where to put it really, but for now, nowhere, because I want to show you the other two play sets, because then we have the canopy bed, which is this one, and this is the wedding chapel. Wait, like, what is it actually called? Yeah, wedding chapel with Dainty Daisy, because here we are coming now to the point where these came with ponies. So the wedding one came with this pony, which is Dainty Daisy. It is always a little discolored, and I have this pony already, but this one goes further and the hair is even bleached. Mine does not have that light hair, and the hair is in very nice condition, like in terms of it's so smooth and everything, but you can see that these were probably very sun faded. They're not really discolored as in, you know, super yellowed. She is a little yellowed, but I've never actually seen this pony not yellowed. But also the symbol is very bleached. This, I don't know, weird that the playsets are in such good condition, though the ponies not really. But I, yeah, still picked it up. I do have this one actually. I think I never really showed it. It probably, you have seen it maybe in my collection tour videos or something. But yeah, I just picked it up online, never showed it in the haul, because I think it was in a lot where I wanted something else out of, and I never made a video about this. I think a couple of other pony accessories were in there. Yeah, so the door. Then you can take this apart here, and we have the little doves there, and those you can place also in here. And when you have this, then you can pull this out. It has a little rainbow carpet, you could say, and this is like the you can, like, you know, walk towards where you're getting married. The pony is getting married, because it's probably not marrying anyone. It's just this one bride pony. Of course, it came with a couple of accessories, like a veil and all of that, like a ring. And then, I don't know, you can make it like this. There's a mirror. And when you push the button, it snaps back, and then there's this beautiful picture. And look how pretty, like, I actually can't believe how beautiful the molds of these are, like, just are, and how pretty they are painted. And even from the back, this is a level of detail that not even generation 1 of My Little Pony had in their playsets. G1 playsets are pretty and cute, but they're not that detailed. Look at that. How, like, oh my god. And actually how you're getting this back together here. There is a little wheel, I don't know how you call this, but like a little bone at the side here, and you have to kind of turn it, bip, dip, dip. It's very manual. Then you can put it back in and, you know, put the pony in however you would like. And to make it better hold together, I would always use these doves here to kind of, so that the front part is not falling forward. So, ta-da. The wedding chapel with Dainty Daisy. This is the kind of like latest one out of this bunch. So the other ones are all from 1997. This is probably more like 1998. Here we've got the canopy bed. And the canopy bed came with Lightheart, which is one of the weirdest ponies out of this generation. Like, it's one of the weirdest ponies in general. It almost looks like a fake. It is more plasticky. It has full, like, you know, movable legs. It has this one kind of action, like, I don't know, step where you can put the head down. And when you push this here, or not push, but like use it, whoop, then it goes back. Not push actually, but more like down, whoop. It's a weird thing. It also, I don't know, it loses a lot of hair out of this because it does not have a normal plug in there. I also have this pony already, though mine is in less good condition. And I also have this play set. So I don't know, I actually should have probably not picked them up, because those, you cannot even resell them for anything. They're not going for much, they're not really wanted. But I couldn't leave them. I mean, you know, ponies, when you pony, I mean, you could say no ponies left behind, but technically I left the double of this one, or was it the double of the other one? No, I think it was the double of this one I left behind because I didn't need another one. So probably I will keep this, or definitely keep this pony because the other one, also flea market find, but has really like less hair than this. So the other one's in less good condition. It has more paint rub on the hooves and all. So yeah, this is a bed technically. Also very, very cute and has a similar feature to the other one. So where should I start? Let's start with taking this down here. So this is then technically the bed. That's also why the pony probably has all of this articulation. So you could also sit it down, which is weird, but whatever, I take it. So this one has a similar feature to the other one. Though the fabric kind of rainbow does not come out here at the bottom, but at the top, like, you know, like a canopy. You just have to push this button there. See if it works. Yeah, does not always work, but you know, technically it should also. Ah, there you go. Now it is like a canopy. It has like a rainbow on top, like a rainbow in between the clouds. And when you want to push this back together, you have to use this little thing and turn it. But let's have a look at all of these beautiful, like, look at this cute artwork. And then there's more like flowers in there. Looks like there's a pillow and something. It did not come with any soft goods as far as I know. Did it? Definitely not with a cushion or with something like that. But it is still super cute. I mean, you can also put, this is probably how it is meant really. This is how it's a bed because, ta-da. Yeah, I don't know. As I said, I should have left it because I do have it already. But then again, I cannot leave anything, My Little Pony, especially if it's like older generation, as G2 is actually an older generation. And then I also picked up these two separate ponies that did not come with any playsets. These are, in my opinion, the most common G2 ponies. This is Morning Glory. I used to have an army of Morning Glories because I always find this pony. I don't have this army of Morning Glories on my shelf anymore because there's no space. I was trying to sell a couple of them at Toyplosion though. The G2 ponies don't really sell, especially not the common ones. And a lot of mine are not in a good condition. So this one is in a quite good condition. It is missing one, like, you know, glitter stone in the eye. It might be a little discolored, but not, actually not too much. This one though is very bleached. It has both eye gems, but it is very bleached, meaning the hair should be way pinker. And this is actually not even the fading pink hair. I'm like really like, wow, this must have been in the sun or whatever, I don't know. This is a Sky Skimmer. So both are also from year, you know, the first year of generation 2, so 1997. And my version of Sky Skimmer is way better. It has way better hair than this. Though it looks actually pretty cute with almost white hair. But I've never seen that this pony, like, you know, the hair fades. But yeah, the normal version of Sky Skimmer and the normal version of Morning Glory. Because in G2 they started doing that thing that same characters came out again and again in different versions with tinsel and as a princess and with more articulation or whatever. But yeah. So hair is in good condition. Just they are very, I don't know, they're somewhat faded. I don't know how that happened. Probably just from sun. All of this price-wise, that was not super cheap because she was also like, yeah, it's from her childhood and she really wants it to go into a good new home and all of that and da-da-da-da-da. And I think, what did I pay for all of this? I mean, what was it? I think we went down to 30 euro. That's, I think, what I paid for all of this. Because at first she wanted like, I think she wanted 30 euro for this set alone. And then 5 euro for the other sets, and per pony like 3 euro or something like that. But I said, I cannot, and blah, 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 blah. I think I paid in the end the 30 euro for all of that and left this one playset. That's what I spent. Is that technically too much for stuff that I already have? Probably. I will definitely, this is so much my favorite, this huge carry case. I don't know where I want to put it or whatever. But it is also good, you know, to put these other playsets in. So, I mean, they're cute, they could go on display, but mine are technically on display, but you don't see them very much. So then I would probably rather put them inside. I know I have them, but not everything is, you can't see it, but this probably I have to put somewhere. I have to put it somewhere. And with the ponies, I will just have a look which ones. I mean, technically, I think this is in a better condition. I will keep the others. Probably not, because most of the other ones that I have are also from flea markets. Because G2s you find at flea markets here and there.
Zeig mal.
Die komplette Kiste? Ja.
Echt jetzt?
Den Gummi? Ach, den Haargummi meinst du ja. Die ist schön. Schuhe hat sie nicht mehr, wa? Die sind weg, macht nichts. 5 Euro magst du für die haben? Ich gebe dir auch 5 Euro. Das ist in Ordnung. Die ist so schön noch, die Haare. Na klar. Für dein Taschengeld, für dein Sparschwein.
Ta-da! Yeah, at this point I had walked through, I don't know, I had the feeling like over half of the flea market already, and you know, it was so pony heavy, I couldn't believe it, but I hadn't found anything Barbie, like interesting at least. Like, of course there were Barbies, but you know, nothing that I was into. And then I saw her, and I immediately saw that she was the reproduction Totally Hair Barbie. Yeah, I mean, I can see that it is not the original 1991 Totally Hair Barbie. Like immediately, just the face looks different, and then you touch the hair, and you can. It's just very noticeable. But I was so happy actually that I saw her, because like these reproduction of like, you know, 90s or 80s or something dolls, this is technically not something that you would give, or just that children just have in their, you know, play box, toy box, and bring to flea markets. But this was a little girl, and she sold her. Apparently, probably, I don't know, because these are not in like stores, I believe. Maybe they were back then, because she's from 2017, I think. That was the was it the 60th anniversary of Barbie or something, or I'm calculating wrong, whatever, but I think she came out to like one type of anniversary of some sort, and I think it was in 2017 or like 2018, and maybe she has a box date of 2017, whatever it is. Yeah, but you know, actually Totally Hair Barbie was the most best-selling Barbie of all time, 1991. And in 2017-18 they made this reproduction. She is beautiful, though she looks very different. Maybe I grab my other one so I can really show you the difference. Or at least one of my other ones, because she is not in her original dress. She's wearing like one of the fashion pack items from the line. But can you, if you look at the face, you can just see that they look very different. Yes, they have used the same amount of lashes and the same, like, you know, they're this eyeshadow and then pink eyeshadow on top, but they just look very different. You can immediately see it, and when you have them in your hands, you can feel the difference also with the hair. Yes, they both have crimped hair, light blonde, but the original one has Kanekalon hair, super like soft, like a, I don't know, like a powder puff, like fluffy. And then this one, I was actually very surprised. I thought she would have saran hair, but no, this is polypropylene. Though I'm happy it is not saran and polypropylene. Polypropylene is technically not a good hair fiber. It is very stiff. It is very like dry. Even if you wash it, it feels dry and all. But saran, which would be the other hair fiber that Mattel uses nowadays, would not be good for crimping. Crimping is a little bit like saran hair does not really take a lot of heat, and often then it just melts the hair. So that's not good. Like, for example, the recent Fashionista one that kind of was inspired by also Totally Hair Barbie. She has just shorter hair, but it's crimped, it's horrible, and they've used saran on that. So I'm technically happy they used polypropylene on this, because it looks good, it came out really nice again, and for this is actually a good fiber. And then bangs, they also look different. They are weirdly rooted backwards. I don't know why. This is also not what the original one would have. And also the like earrings and all, this is just a little bit of a different plastic. I mean, color-wise it might also be a little different, but also this is lighter plastic. It's just it's just a little different. I don't want to say that she's not in a good condition, especially her dress looks super convincing. If I would just find this dress on its own, I would not know. They have used the same snap, it is the exact same like fabric, I would say. It just looks a little newer because I mean it's not bleached, it's not ripped anywhere, and yeah, she did not come with any of her accessories. Unfortunately, I put these shoes on her, but you know, the reproduction also would have had all of these fabulous accessories, or at least a couple of them. I don't know if she came also with, you know, hair gel, I'm not sure, maybe, but yeah, all these hair pieces and accessories and hair bands and all of that, nothing there. I'd asked the girl if at least she has shoes or something, but she's no, she doesn't have anything else. Okay, and the girl wanted €5. Immediately when I asked her, she was like, oh, you can also have her for €3. I was like, no, it's fine, you can have the €5. So I paid the little girl the €5, which, I mean, I think she's definitely worth it. She looks so good, and of course, vintage is always better. I would not have bought her like new because I'm not really into reproduction Barbies or dolls or ponies or something like that. But just finding her at the flea market, she's like a variant. She just looks different, you know? And if it would have been just a normal, like, you know, 1991 totally hair Barbie again, which I have found a couple of them at flea markets already, I would have not kept her because, you know, I have two that are amazing. I don't need a third one that looks exactly the same. She looks different, hence why I will keep her. So, as I said, really happy that it is actually the reproduction one. So, it seemed it would not be just a pony day, so I might be finding some good Barbie stuff.
Noch was drin? Oh ja. Schoner.
Yeah, this was exactly the table opposite to where I found the Totally Hair Barbie. I picked up a couple of fashions. Those are not like extremely crazy, but I got all of this for €4, and I did not have to pick out, like, take one of the bags that he had put together. He said you can choose from each of the bags and put together your own bag, so that's what I did. So a couple of accessories and a couple of fashion pieces. So this was what first, you know, I was like noticing immediately. It's one of the Tyco Ariel tails. This one specifically from the hair fashion Ariel with, she came with lots of hair pieces from 1993. So I love this doll line. I'm not a Disney collector, but in terms of, you know, Disney dolls, I love the Tyco Ariel dolls, and if I ever find more, I mean, I have left now a couple of them at flea markets because I never come across any fashions. So having fashions makes me then maybe pick them up also again at flea markets. Then I found this two-piece set. This is actually a little later, like 2000, I think even. Yeah, it's from the Fashion Favorites from 2000, number 6800072. Little daisy moment here, very sweet, very cute. Did not have this. This I did have, still I couldn't leave it. It's from Ken. It's from 1990. The, what are they called? Dinner Date. Yeah, I think Dinner Date fashions. The number 4945. It's of course missing the pants and the turtleneck and the shoes and all, but it's the vest. This actually, I do have it, so that's why I also know where it comes from. This is from a Sporting Life fashion set from 1992. It's ice skating one, the number 662. So 90s. This I did not have, and at first I wasn't even sure is it Barbie, but it immediately felt like it, and there's also Barbie tag in there. And this one's actually from the My First Fashions from 1991, the number 4268. It is missing little bloomers, also in this pink material, and little shoes and a mirror. That would have come with this My First Fashion set. And then I picked up these two or these three things that I can't identify, but it also doesn't matter. It's a little knitted hat, and I love to put hats on dolls, so always happy with something like this. This might be Steffi Love or whatever, I don't know what it is. This, I just like felt the material and I was like, yeah, it's 100% Mattel. So this is probably from a Kelly Shelley doll. I don't know which one, couldn't find out. And this is a pretty cool like little puffer vest. Though I also couldn't find out if it is Barbie or if it's not. It looks pretty small, so it looks more like Skipper size, but I could be wrong. It doesn't have any like marking, any whatever. Quality could be Mattel, feels good, but I can't tell. And then these accessories here, where two of them are definitely my scene. And it's just, I don't know. I have recently gotten a little bit more into my scene. I have a very small collection that you have not really seen because it's in other flea market videos that have not aired. But yeah, I thought this little keychain is quite funny. It's from the My Scene Goes to Hollywood, or My Scene Goes Hollywood movie, where they also made, of course, dolls. And all of the dolls of this line came with one of the keychains. And this is kind of like the, you know, DVD, or yeah, it's more like a DVD or whatever, or maybe it is meant to be a book. I don't know, you can open it up, but there's nothing inside. It's just funny, something from my scene. Then this little handbag, which I'm 100% sure is a Fashion Avenue handbag. It's just missing the little bead that you would need to close it. I couldn't find out which one it is. I know that there's very similar ones, just in different material, but even using the same cord. I don't know, I guess it is a Barbie Fashion Avenue handbag. And then a couple of shoes and one little hair accessory thingy, like a little hair, not really comb, or like a hair pick. That's from the Mermaid Fantasy, I think the Mermaid Fantasy Barbie from 2002. And then a couple of shoes. This is a lovely early 2000s shoe mold. I don't know where it exactly comes from. Might even be the same shoe mold that the Hollywood Nails Barbie had, but I think those were see-through. And then these little, this I also don't know, but these are like ballet flats, ballerina shoes. They fit Barbie. They look really small, but they fit Barbie. And then these are also super small, but they are not for Barbie. These are Kelly shoes. They also come from Fashion Avenue sets.
Mit Stand? Ja? Okay. Sehr gut.
Now, you saw it, I just filmed very quickly, but yes, I picked up this Baywatch Teresa. This is a thing, I technically would have liked this video to be chronologically to the other flea market videos, because there has been a flea market and I filmed where I already saw her and did not buy her. That was back in, I don't know, maybe in June or was it even early? I remember it was a day where it was not good weather, and it was in the garage at the same flea market. And I talked to her and and I think she wanted like 20 euro for her. I was like, yeah, okay, she looks in a good condition and she has a lot of her accessories, but I'm not paying 20 euro for a doll at flea markets. Sorry, we still had a nice conversation and all of that, and she, I think, went already down to 15 at that day or whatever, but still, no. And also, maybe you also know it, that the Baywatch line is not necessarily my favorite Barbie line. I still think the dolls are beautiful, but the fashion is not really my thing, and I have no connection or like memories or like sentimental anything to like Baywatch. I never watched it. It's not really anything that I was ever into. So the Baywatch line is not really my favorite. The color scheme is not mine. The fashions are too basic and Baywatch I don't care about. So I was like, I would not pay a lot for her. This time I met her again, she recognized me again, and because back then I was already saying, if she is still there next flea market or whatever, now it took a couple of months, and she was still there and she hadn't sold her yet. So I asked her again, and she was willing to go down to 10 euro. And I said 8 euro would rather be something, because like technically I want to spend more like 5 euro for dolls. But it's true, she has a lot of her accessories. So I mean, that's worth also something. So I asked for 8 euro, and then we met at 9 euro, which still is rather expensive, but also, to be fair, this is a rather rare doll, especially here in Germany. At first, I was pretty sure she wasn't even released here, because I have a dealer's catalog from Mattel from 1996. And it shows, you know, it's for toy stores that then they could order directly from Mattel what they wanted to have for their stores. And the Baywatch page shows Teresa and Barbie and Ken, but it only lists Barbie and Ken. So the stores could only order Barbie and Ken, not Teresa. It even maybe says Teresa not available or something like that. But then I have like a Barbie journal from maybe also like autumn, winter, like 1995 or 1996 or something. And then there she's in, and it talks about Teresa. And I was like, okay, then she was probably released here, but maybe not immediately with the first 2 dolls. Maybe she came later or something like that. So I guess she is a rather uncommon doll here in Germany. And of course, she is absolutely pretty. She is Teresa. She has the Teresa face. She has long, shiny brown hair. Did not curl or anything. I mean, she had a little wave in it, but I just left it straight. It is Saran. It is really nice condition. Her face, there is one eyebrow is a little bit rubbed off. I have to repaint that. But other than that, she has her earrings. She even has her ring. She has her binoculars. She has all the outfit pieces, meaning this little sweater hoodie thing here. Even it has a hood, so you can put it on her if you want. Ta-da! It even has a hole in the back, so you can put the hair through it. It's actually pretty funny and pretty useful. Underneath, this is the bathing suit. So, cannot really show you, but yeah, the Baywatch logo is still on it. It starts to crackle a little, but it's still good. The cord is in here. She has the pants and she has her shoes. She also, as you saw, it comes with this lifesaver thing here. So, ta-da, this is also there. And her brush, which 100% her brush, because it's the exact same color as the shoes. And the board, surfboard, beach board, bodyboard, whatever you want to call it. It is a really cool piece because you can wind it up. It has a wind up feature here. And then it would, you know, you don't see it, but if you would put this on water, it would really float forwards. So it is a really cool piece, and still not 100% complete. She is missing, what is she missing? She's missing her visor. She would come with a yellow visor with a Baywatch sticker on it, with a frisbee and with a whistle around her neckline, around her neck, like a whistle. So she's not 100% complete, but for a flea market find, she is rather complete, I would say. And I recently also got the jacket for my Baywatch Barbie, so I will now make some space to also display these two together, or maybe separately, because they have a little bit of a different color scheme. She has more blue than Barbie, but whatever it might be, I will display her somewhere in my collection. Maybe not always, but for now, I mean, 8 euro would have been better. 5 would have way been better, but like 9 is also totally.
So here we're coming to a part of the flea market that was slightly overwhelming. It was a huge like table setup with tons and tons of boxes full of toys of all sorts. At first what I saw is Barbie fashions, or like doll fashions in general, and I started to dig. The reason why I'm making a voiceover actually is that next to me another customer was talking really loudly, and I have the full conversation like on, on camera, and I don't want to have that, in my video, especially as it was really, she was like really unhappy with how the negotiations went. Well, she didn't even really negotiate. She wanted to buy Monster High because, as you can see, there's tons of Monster High also in there, but it's all super crap, like nothing is like in order or like sorted. it's like everything's like, you know, naked and squished together in different types of boxes, and arms are missing, and you know, no fashions, and like and she was getting really high prices from this guy. I mean, it's a reseller, so and she was not really giving anything against it, so she was always like, oh, this is too expensive, and whatever. So I don't want to have this conversation on camera here, because yeah, these guys are expensive, I knew that. But I was still looking if there would be any interesting fashions. I mean, this is mainly, I think, a box full of fashions almost. I mean, there might be some dolls in there, fashions and, you know, accessories and all. Not much Barbie, but, you know, modern and a little bit of older stuff. I just fished out everything that looked to be a little more like 90s and, you know, not necessarily. I see there's a 90s Barbie dress. So I could have easily picked out stuff, you know, there's Monster High probably, but mainly it's like LOL, OMG, or Rainbow High stuff in there, which are really great fashions, but this is just one of the many boxes. They got a little bit overwhelming. So I just thought, I just might look for Barbie stuff. And because sometimes I pick up these, you know, Rainbow High fashions and all. Here, see, this is another 90s Barbie item. So it is kind of mixed. It's mainly like newer stuff and maybe from the 2000s or 2010s, I guess, and like 2020s. But here, there are some older pieces. But as I said, sometimes I pick up Rainbow High stuff or like LOL, OMG, but I also cannot pick it up all the time. It doesn't really fit Barbie. I'd rather than would fit maybe Skipper or something, and I don't need a ton of it. Oh my goodness. So I have a little, like, you know, small pile there. Oh, this is actually a really cool fabric boot, but it's Rainbow High size, so that doesn't fit Barbie at all. So something like this I'd rather leave, because what am I going to use it for if I don't have the matching doll for it? Here I'm going to speed up, because I mean, I cannot show you like everything, because it took, I mean, I think the whole footage of this one booth there really took me like almost 10 minutes or something. I cut a little bit out. I just speed it up. But here you can, back at the normal speed, you can see I have a small pile of fashions, but I'm like not very positive at this moment that I will get this for any good prices, because these are the two, you know, the woman on the right and the guy on the left, that I've overheard the conversation, and I was already like, yeah, it's probably gonna, like, for this poor condition that everything, even also the fashions, have, like, you see Monster High dolls without even legs and stuff. It's way overpriced, but I don't know. I'm kind of good with negotiations sometimes, so I was at least hopeful I can try my best. And as I said, I hadn't even looked through all of the boxes, so that's what I first had to do. Maybe there's even, you know, you can't know if under these Monster High dolls there might be like a great 80s Barbie or something. I think it wasn't. I mean, here, I mean, at least it's a little bit sorted by, you know, there in this box there's mainly LOL, and in this other box there was mainly Monster High. And I do love LOL, but like I rarely pick any of that up. So it's really just like, I like to look at it, but I can't collect everything all the time. But yeah, maybe underneath there would be something. And there's tons of Ariel dolls laying at this like pile over there. Tons of mermaid Barbies, and I don't know. And then I started looking through this box, and what is this? Right, a Mimi and the Goo Goo set from the 90s. And Mimi and the Goo Goos is from the same company as, like, you know, Polly Pocket was done, also from Bluebird. Another one! Whoop! See, there might be some more 90s or older stuff. And a Polly Pocket. Yep, I mean, you couldn't really see it, but you will see it. So this box is kind of the Polly Pocket box, I guess. Most of it is broken, and most of it is newer, and most of it isn't even Polly Pocket, but, you know, Polly Pocket adjacent, smaller playset thingies. Oh, there's another Polly Pocket. This one's more one from either the late 90s or early 2000s. I can already see broken, and not really the era that I want to have. But yeah, here you can see I'm checking it. That's a Polyville set from the mid 90s, and these Mimi and the Goo Goo sets as well. yeah, try to open it if there's anything in it, but I could already see that the door is broken, so probably everything, if there was anything in it, it would have been fallen out because, you know, the door of the building is not closing. It's not even there. So I was like, no. And then I was getting a little bit like worried because if I really try to buy something more than just these random fashions, then who knows what the prices are. But yeah, I was then hoping maybe at the bottom of the box there might be some of the dolls, either the Mimi and the Goo Goos baby dolls or the Polly Pocket dolls, but I really couldn't see anything. Also, there's a lot of modern Polly Pockets. Well, I don't know what that is, but there's a couple of modern Polly Pockets, and also in those there was nothing. Like this one, the cactus, or there's also the pineapple one. There were no minifigures whatsoever. So, yeah, well.
I mean, I have already found crazy good ponies. I have found really good Barbies and fashions. And now I find Polly Pockets? What day was that? Was that my absolutely lucky day at the flea market? Though this was a little bit stressful. You saw it was a very long clip also. And I first actually just found Barbie fashions. I also want to show them to you. But then there were so many boxes that from some of these boxes, I was digging out 2 Mimi and the Goo Goos sets. So these are not Polly Pocket, these are Mimi and the Goo Goos. But then also a Polly Pocket set. Yeah, it is a Polyville set, and I actually don't collect these anymore, but I couldn't leave it there. Price-wise, this guy was pretty expensive. It was more like it was not his daughter's stuff or something. This was accumulated from a lot of different, you know, I don't know, this was a reseller that had just junk. They had box of parts of Monster High and all of that, and I could already, because I was listening to what the other people around me were talking and trying to negotiate with him, he was expensive. For like broken Monster High, it's like blah blah blah, 15 euro, etc. I was like, I'm probably not gonna have good luck with good prices, but I'm quite determined in haggling, so in negotiating, and I like negotiating. So when I showed him all of these 3 sets, there's no figures in them. I grabbed through the whole box, there were no figures, and then all of these fashions. He started with 35 euro. I was like, no, not gonna happen. I'm willing to pay 10. That was my starting point, and I didn't really leave there from there. He went down to, I don't know what, 20 and then 15, and I was like, nope, not gonna happen. I want 10. I was able to get him down to 14. 14 euro is what I paid for 3 sets, like 2 Mimi and the Goo Goos, 1 Polly Pocket, and a couple of Barbie fashions. Is that a super good price? No, because none of that is in good condition. That's the issue. But I really wanted to have the Mimi and the Goo Goo sets because I've never found any of the bigger ones. I only have the small ones, which is better because they're small and don't take up that much space. But these bigger ones are actually really cute. So maybe let's start with these 2 sets. We have, these are the more like deluxe sets, you could say. This is the Big Bite Burger Bar, or the Drive and Eat. Drive and Eat, I think, is the US name. And this is Mimi's Goo Goo Playground, or Swinging Playground in the US. Yes, what is Mimi and the Goo Goos? Can you see that? Bluebird Toys. Yes, same company as Polly Pocket. Started a little later than Polly Pocket, so these are more from the early mid-90s. I think they're from the years 1994, 1995, around that time they all came out. It's not such a successful and big line as Polly Pocket, though, you know, rather similar in look. And instead of with these teeny tiny figures, they came with these babies. Let me grab one. So, rubbery kind of baby figurines that are kind of funny looking. These are from other sets. These are not from this set, but you know, something like this. They look like this. And mostly they came in little mini, I don't know, I don't want to say compact, but like it looked like an object, like an ice cream, and you could open it up and there's a little baby inside. Something like this. This is like the most typical thing. Ordinary object, a camera or, you know, a burger or something. But here we have more like open play sets, so more like similar to Polyville, but they have like really cool features. Like most of them, they have like kind of a wheel or something, and then when you push this, things would, you know, move around. So for example, you could, on this one, place a baby here in the chair. And then when you remove this, it would totally swivel back and forth. Or even here in the back, some of these babies have little holes in the bottom, so you can put them on these little pegs throughout the play sets. And then, oops, now the other baby fell down, but this one sometimes is a little stuck, but there you go. This one's almost, I would say, almost not discolored at all, just maybe this side a little bit, because it would be a little pinker. But here the bottom and all of that, that is not discolored whatsoever. So really cute. Those were pretty dirty. They had all sorts of grime over it. I don't know what this dark red substance, this sticky substance was. Especially on the slide, there was a lot of it. It was difficult to remove. I had to use acetone, so that's not as nice anymore. But I mean, I polished it. It looks okay now again. Also here we have, where's the wheel here in the front? And then of course it is a playground. The things move around. You can put the baby on the, let's put a better put the sitting baby on here. So the swing, ta-da, would swing back and forth. Here the carousel. Here, I don't know. Hopefully nobody's playing at the rooftop. But yeah, this is a little broken off here. Here was, I don't know what it actually was, like a little. This wooden structure here looked a little bit different. There was a little bit longer yellow piece on it. But other than that, this is also a tiny bit discolored maybe, but this was peach all the way. This was never really like super vibrant pink or anything. So it's not necessarily discolored. Super cute here, like the like a wheel of a car or something. And here's the like the sandbox. So I'm actually really happy. I want to keep those. Maybe not forever, but I actually like these sets. And not a lot of people really know about them, because Polly Pocket is of course the thing that most people know about. Here we've got the Polly Pocket set. This is of course, as I said, a Polyville set, so I highly prefer the compacts instead of these, you know, houses, these open play sets. But this is still very cute, and I really wanted to have it because I never had this in my hand. So this was not one that I ever was, you know, owning before, and I will not keep it. But I also don't know if anyone wants it because it's not in a really good condition. This is the Light Up Wedding Chapel from 1993. Came with 4 dolls and 2 more accessories, and none of it is here. The battery cover is also missing, and it doesn't even work. As I said, Light Up Wedding Chapel, light up, because when we push here, it would light up in here. Or if you open it up, there's also other parts that would light up. It's not working. It was super crusty also in here, so I'm not wondering, like it was pretty clear to me that it's not working. But anyways, it is still pretty cute, especially from the inside. From the outside, the door is missing. I mean, maybe I put something in there. Maybe I make just a door out of cardboard or something that I could put in there. And then the roof is slightly discolored. You can definitely see that this is a painted piece because it's the door. But this should have had technically the same color. And I'm not good with retro brighting Polly Pockets. I mostly ruin them. So what I will do is I will also just paint the roof. This and this and this. I will paint the same color as this. And this will definitely look better than this. And then I will craft maybe a little door or something. And maybe someone wants to have it. Maybe I just keep it for now. Not on display, but I really like this. So it has the stained glass windows here. There and also there. Would look really cute when the light would be on, but yeah. You can open this one up here. And you saw it already like this. So here's really in the front is the chapel with, you know, even an organ and the whatever this man is called here, Standesbeamter or whatever, who marries the 2 people then. Then we have here the chairs, maybe up to the, like, you know, where more the rooms are, where the bride is preparing her outfit, like a vanity, a mirror, like something like that. And then in the back, this is where the wedding party is held, you know, a table with the wedding cake, and I don't know, whatever is in here. Presents. So it is a really, really sweet playset, and I couldn't leave it. I've never found this one. I never owned this one, as I said. And honestly, it's not even that discolored because this is purple. Usually purple discolors to this disgusting, like gray brown. And this has not super like much discolored. I mean, in the back it's maybe a little more like nicer purple than in the front, but it's not super obvious, so it is not super discolored. So when I paint the roof nicely, I'm pretty sure it will look pretty sweet again, and then it would have, technically it would need a door similar color to this here. Actually a door that would swing open into 2 pieces. But yeah, here is the garden with a little bench. Is there something missing here? Yeah, probably also a bush or something that's missing here. And yeah, the sidewalk, that is very typical for the polywill sets, because you could put them next to each other and it would make this big sidewalk. So like a real town. So yeah, this one 1993, and the 2 Mimi and the Goo Goo sets, both like 1994, 95. I'm super happy because it's like this is kind of the I don't know what you call that, the holy trinity of toy lines from my childhood: My Little Pony, Barbie, and Polly Pocket. So although I'm not collecting the Polywill sets anymore, actually I'm still super happy that I found these things. And the Mimi and the Goo Goos, that is something that you even find less than Polly Pocket. But let's quickly go through the Barbie fashions. Nothing super exciting in here. I just grabbed them because when I already grabbed this other stuff, then I can also buy these things. I would have maybe even left them if I would not have found anything else, because I mostly have all of that. So here we've got the dress of Butterfly Princess Barbie. Not in a very good condition because all of the butterflies are missing. But hey, it is here, 1994. It has still all the glitter on it, so that's nice, but not the butterflies though. Then we have, actually this is Cindy. This is not Barbie. What is the Cindy called? Surprise jeans. The Cindy surprise jeans. And I do have this doll, but I also have this outfit, so this top. Technically would need the jeans for it, but doesn't really matter. It is this cool neon yellow and blue little leotard thing, long sleeve. Similar to, the dress of Moving Groovin' Barbie. So you could maybe mistake it for that, but this is not the Moving Groovin' Barbie thing. This is the only thing I don't have in my collection yet. It's a cool skirt from a fashion pack called like the Beat Fun Fashions from 1994. I really love them. They come with, long fringes where you could put beads in. So not the skirt in this. On this it would actually be the top that have the top has really long fringes where you can put like beads in it, and it would look super cool. There's a yellow one, this is from the yellow one, there's a pink one, a green one, and a blue one. So 4 different fashion packs. This is very iconic Camp Barbie, her outfit, 1993 I believe, Camp Barbie. And then this hat. I believe this is a more modern Barbie hat, maybe even from one of the, recent fashion, not fashionistas. Fashionista also had a cowboy hat, but I think it was a white one. There was a color reveal line of, cowboy themed girls, and I think this hat could come from one of them. It's not the same vintage mold, though it is similar, and I love cowboy hats. It is pliable, so it's a little squishy. But either way, where it comes from, it looks really cool, and I love my cowboy hats. So, so a couple of pieces, a lot of doubles, but like 2 new pieces, so still happy. And said the price is not the best, but I don't know. I have fun haggling with them, let's say it like this.
die ist jetzt ein bisschen gedrückt.
Yeah.
More Barbies. Honestly, the first one that really caught my eye was like, I looked a little back and I was like, oh, there's an interesting Teresa. I saw it immediately. And it turns out it's one of the Dolls of the World dolls. Though it is not her outfit, but it looks similar. But yeah, this is one of the Native American Dolls of the World girlies. She is, at first I thought she is second edition from 1993. But turns out I was wrong. It's third edition from 1994. Because the second edition one, she still has the superstar arms. She has the straight arms, that, you know, the more mid-90s arms. And also what really made me aware of that is she has a parting that goes way until the back. Because she had these two braids, that's her original hairstyle, while the other one had just two small braids in the front and had long open hair in the back. But they look so different. They look so similar. They have the same earrings and almost the same eye makeup. Just the second edition one has a little bit more blue. But yeah, she is wearing a kind of Native American outfit here, but this is not really hers actually. I think this comes from a Tootsie doll, because what she also has is this little baby. This is also not really from the Teresa, though there were like Native American Barbies, at least one that even came with the baby. But this is not the one, so because this little baby, this is just, you know, a little baby body, has Tootsie on the head. So it is a Tootsie doll. Tootsie is a toy company that is more known for, you know, making kind of knockoff dolls, knockoff ponies and all of that. Not in the worst quality. And they definitely made a couple of these also Native American dolls. And this is probably the outfit. We've got shoes, we've got a skirt, a top, a bag, and the backpack with the baby. You can also, of course, rather put it to the front. I just put it in the back so you could better see the doll itself. I will not keep her. She was just €2. So I was like, definitely, yeah, yes, I'm gonna like buy this doll. If I would keep her, I would dress her in something completely different. She has a lovely face and lovely earrings. The hair is in okay condition. It's a little rough, but saran hair and black saran hair, in my opinion, always has some issues. It easily, you know, looks a little more played with than, you know, let's say blonde saran hair. But yeah, it was still pretty nice. But my friend Selina from Vintage Gaudi is collecting the Dolls of the World dolls way more than me. I don't even really like them that much. So she goes to her. By the way, she also has a ring. I'm a little confused about the ring because it's pink and her earrings are actually blue. Though the original outfit of this doll would have a pink theme to it, I still don't think it is the original ring, but I could be wrong. First I thought her neck is broken because she was like really squished. Her head was like squished onto the body, but I could lift it up and it was still attached. It was just then super loose. So I just had to boil wash, I mean the hair and all, and, you know, also boil the head, put the head under boiling water for a couple of minutes. And then it, you know, the whole kind of got together, got a little smaller again, and now it is sitting like super normal on her head. So no issues there. But yeah, I first thought it's the other one. I really first thought it's the 1993 one, but it's the 1994 one, because she has like a parting, really. It's rooted like this. And the other one would not have this. And of course, the arms. This was, as I said, the first doll that really, like, you know, caught my attention. But to be quite honest, I'm more excited about the others because, I mean, Dolls of the World, and I don't even keep her. I'm actually more excited about the Skipper. I also really like the Todd, and the fashions are amazing because she had actually put together little baggies, and I'm pretty sure I had seen this woman before at the flea market with these baggies, and I remembered, yes, they were quite high priced and I did not pick them up. I think the original price for the Skipper with the baggie with all of the fashions in there was like €25, which I don't pay at the flea market for one doll, even though it comes with fashions. But she had reduced it to, I think, €15. And I was, of course, also then able to haggle a little bit. So I actually got quite a good price. She had reduced the Todd to just €3. And honestly, the coolest thing is all of these fashions, because from just looking in this bag with all of these fashions crammed in there, I couldn't even realize are there original Skipper fashions or not. But she opened the bag for me, and then I could see, oh, there's quite a lot of original Skipper fashions. So I'm really happy about this lot of almost only Skipper fashions. A couple of Barbie fashions are in there. So the tot, of course, it's just tot. It's just Ken. It's just tot. I don't even have one, because I mean, I think a couple of people offered a tot to me before, and I said no, I don't need one, but I knew I would at one point find one at the flea market that I wanted to pick up, and this was the day. He is the Happy Meal tot. So he is from 1990, was it 4 or is it 3? 5? 1995. Whoops, yeah, whoops. 1993. So this was a set. I mean, he just came separately, but you would also be able to get a Stacy, a Happy Meal Stacy, and I think a Happy Meal Barbie, if I'm not mistaken. He is not complete, though. He has the biggest part of his outfit, which are his shorts and the t-shirt, which even has the McDonald's logo on it. He would also have a black hat, like a, base cap thingy, and technically actually black shoes and red socks. At the flea market, he was wearing Skipper shoes, so these ballet flats, those definitely don't go to him. He has flocked hair, so like a short haircut, but I like it. Kind of, it is something that Mattel, like in the Barbie line, has not done very often. The very first Kens from the 60s, early 60s, had this flocked hair. And then I think this tot is the only other one that has flocked hair. Not this one. There were a couple of tots in the early 90s. And then after that, they also never did it. Maybe have they done it for like shaved side hair or something for Kens or for Barbies? That's maybe possible, but this is something they don't do very often. And it's interesting. Tot, the character, technically had the first appearance in the 60s as, Tootie and Tot, the siblings, the twins that were Barbie's siblings. They kind of disappeared in the 70s, and Tootie has never been seen again. But Tot, came up again at first in the 1990 big wedding set of Mitch. There he was in there as a little, brides, I don't know what's that called, flower girl, flower boy, I don't know, together with a character called Kelly, which technically is more what Stacy then became. And then also the sets after that, always when there was Stacy included, often there was a tot, not often, but sometimes. And in the mid-90s, then he vanished again. So, so he is also not around anymore as like Stacy's sibling or what, I don't even know. He has the same face mold as Stacy though, so he looks also a little bit like a little girl, but of course the faces are a little differently painted, not as many lashes or anything, and of course the short flocked hair. So not super exciting, but somewhat exciting, because it's the first time I have now found this character at the flea market. The Skipper, well, she put a little note or a sticker on the baggie that said Malibu Skipper 70s or 71 or whatever. So she thought it's the original Malibu Skipper, which it is not. I knew that I own the original, the Sunset Malibu Skipper, definitely not. So I was seeing this face, and I was like, but she might be one of the other Malibu Skippers, different sets. So my brain went to, is it the Sun Lovin' Malibu Skipper? No, because she has no tan lines. But it could very well be the Sensational Malibu Skipper. I was thinking it's technically the Sensational Malibu Skipper from what is that, like 81, because the tan lines is from 78. 81 is a Sensational Malibu Skipper, and it is the exact same face. Though I found this leotard in there, in the fashions. So this purple little leotard. So it makes it 100% clear to me that she is actually the Super Dance Skipper, which is a European exclusive line, but it is technically the same doll as Sensational Malibu Skipper, just repackaged in a different outfit and called Super Dance from 1982, so 1 year after Sensational Malibu. Yeah, this is technically her outfit, though I just made these leg warmers myself. They were not included, unfortunately. And these are also not the shoes, I think. I think she came with, you know, these ballerinas, or these ballet flat, really. But she didn't have pants. And yeah, what she also had was a little like headband, or like a sweatband, or you could also put it as a belt in purple. This is also not included. But yeah, same face as Sun Love in Malibu and Sensational Malibu skipper, though this outfit piece was in here. It's 100% clear to me that's actually the Super Dance skipper. So her hair is so nice. Oh my god. It is so smooth. Of course, I did a boil wash on it, like pulled some boiling water over it like this, because then the bangs, of course, sit better, other than when you put her in a glass of water like this with the, you know, hot water. And she's super, super adorable. And I love my skippers. Of course, this is not my favorite type of skipper, because it's the youngest style of skipper, with still the young body and the very young head. So this is still the face mold, like the original skipper face mold when she was introduced in '64. Same face mold still, but we're here in '82 with this doll. But I also love these. Now I don't know how I want to show you the fashions, because I don't really have space anymore. Maybe you're gonna do it in a different direction, but I now want to show you the fashions. So first of all, there's so many shoes included here, which is amazing. And apart from these red boots, which are knockoff boots, so they might be, because this woman also had a Peggy from, you know, the Petra line. Maybe those are from this doll, or from fashions from Petra Peggy, but they are skipper size. All of these other shoes are like, you know, very nice for skipper, but they are original Mattel shoes, though most of them are probably not from any of these fashions that are in here. But it is so nice to have, you know, some more ballet flats, and a lot of, like, you know, trainers in different colors, and even some other style of shoes, these light blue ones, for example. They're more like these, can you see it, this moccasin style. So very, very good. A couple of fashions that I also believe are not Barbie or skipper or anything from Mattel, but they might be from the Petra lines. I'm just not really sure, because really difficult to identify. For example, this purple, you know, this dark purple top, because I know this material, the Petra line used it. And then we have, for example, this little number here, which there's also a head to it. Yeah, so it is like a coat with a little beanie to it. Might either be self-made, self-knitted, or also, I guess this is self-made. This is my guess, but I cannot 100% tell. Then we have this set. I would also guess rather self-made than anything else, though it has like Velcro, so maybe it isn't. But then again, when you see the stitching here on the inside, this looks rather self-made, but if not, then it is definitely not a Mattel. It might then rather be Peggy, Petra or something. And then this little, you know, this is a corduroy material, like a cloak. Ta-da, very cute. Also skipper size, but definitely not Mattel, I would say. So these pieces, and a couple of things where I'm not really sure. Like all of these little panties, which I can never tell. Some of them are probably Barbie or skipper or something because of the material, but then some others I cannot tell. There are so many in them. Two tights where I'm also not really sure. This looks more the same material that the Cindy, the ballerina Cindy, that she also had. She had the pedigree ballerina Cindy. I don't remember if she had like these on. Then, other than if she didn't, then these are maybe from this doll. And then a nice pair of, you know, lacy tights. Don't know where these are from. And this skirt, no, this is not the babysitter skipper skirt. This is different. It's just similar, because if you Google lens search it, that's all that comes up is the babysitter skipper from 1990. It's definitely not. Though I cannot tell if this is, because it doesn't have a tag. I cannot tell if this is Barbie, skipper, Mattel, anything older, or if it is just a random other skirt. But it doesn't look handmade. And then all the rest is original, which is crazy. For example, we have this set. This is Fashion Favorites. So and by the way, almost all of it is also Skipper. So it consists of, it even has the shoes. It has the, you know, blue trainers. It comes with this mesh kind of dress, a little headband to it, like, or a scarf or whatever you want to use it, and this bathing suit. Actually, what's missing is that here there would be a kind of a sticker of a kind of similar to an embroidery with the name Skipper on it. That's missing. But yeah, what is it? It is Fashion Favorites, the number 1400 and like 09. It is even a variation because there is one that has a different material, also an orange, but a little bit of a different material. Yeah, it's missing a bag. It even also came with a bag. So this is very cool. By the way, 78, so late 70s. Then we have these two here. This is the one that the Skipper was wearing. The Skipper doll directly was wearing it. But this is technically, this is a Fashion Originals, a European exclusive Skipper fashion pack from 1978, the number 2286. It's missing a lot of pieces because it's, you know, it's missing a blue coat with like dark blue coat with white fur, and then of course shoes. But European exclusive Skipper pack from the 70s. And another one, just the little you know, vest here, but also from a Fashion Originals European exclusive set, also 78, the number 2285, which it's missing a lot. It's missing both dresses and a hat and I don't know what, socks and all of that. So a lot of pieces missing, but the little velvet vest is here. Then here we have, from this line there's many fashion packs in here. This is, it looks more like a t-shirt and pants, but it's one piece. It is from the Fashion Fantasy line from 1982, the number 5817. This is, for example, another one from this Fashion Fantasy line. A little top and a little pants here. Also 82, the number 5814. It's missing purple shoes. Then here is another pack that even I would say comes with the shoes. Just normal white shoes. These little shorts and this kind of bomber jacket here. It even has a Skipper tag. So Skipper, when Skipper had fashion, when they had fashion tags back in the day, it was really, it said Ken or Skipper or Barbie directly on it. And then, no, this does not go to it, though it is pretty nice to it, because this actually also came with a little hat. Not this one, this is what the Todd was wearing when I found him, though I don't know where it comes from, honestly. I just put it together with it because it looks pretty cute. Of course, this is missing more pieces, but it's from the Fashion Favorites from 1979, actually. It has even a name. The fashion pack has the name Short Subject. It's the number 2811. It's missing the top, a robe, socks, and a cap. Then we have a couple of dresses. For example, this one here. This is also Fashion Fantasy 1982. There's almost the whole lineup of these fashions in there. The number 5813. It's missing a scarf, or you could also use it as a belt, and of course shoes. And you're like, are they not the shoes in here? For example, no, never really. The shoes that go to these are not in this stack, which is weird. So, for example, this one came with pink ballet flats. So you're like, why aren't these? No, because these are pointy, and actually the ones from this fashion pack are round, the normal Skipper ones. Though these are actually Barbie shoes, not Skipper. But yeah, also an original outfit, also Fashion Fantasy from Skipper from 1982, the number 5816. And I think one more from this set. Yeah, Fashion Fantasy. This one I own. This is one of the only pieces that I own already. This blue dress, a Fashion Fantasy from also, no, this is actually from 1983. Wait, this is from 1 year later. The number 4882. This is actually not 100% in good condition because here's little straps are missing because it's more like a neck holder thing. But these are missing here from the front, like. But still nice. Oh yeah, two pieces that I'm like couldn't identify, but I know they are original Mattel, though I think they are rather Barbie than Skipper. This kind of dungaree skirt thingy. What did I write? I just wrote down Barbie question mark because I know this material. And this bag I have seen, though I cannot remember where. I couldn't find it. It comes from one or the other fashion pack, either from Skipper or from Barbie. Very, very sure late 70s or 80s. Then this is actually not a Skipper dress. It looks so tiny, but it's actually a Barbie dress. This is from the Fashion Extras. That was sometimes just little additional pieces like hats or whatever, but here in this case a dress. It is actually a variant. That's why it took me very long to find. This is the number 4907 from 1984, I think. Sometimes online I find that it's from 79, but I think it's from 84. It came actually more often, you see it in a striped fabric, in a dark striped fabric. And then I'm pretty sure these simple white tights come from a Skipper fashion pack, also a fashion fantasy, because there's so much fashion fantasy in here, from 83, the number 4877. Of course, missing all of the rest, just these tights. Okay, no space wherever to put it, but you know, big fashion lot. And I was talking to this woman afterwards, and after I paid and after I stopped filming, of course. She has apparently more toys. I hope she brings more stuff to the flea market. She has more Barbies. She also collects a little bit of Barbies. She says she has a big collection of the, not Barbies, but the DDR, so the GDR Steffi, so the old fashion dolls from the former GDR, which are super rare and super expensive. I don't think that they look good, but so I would not collect them, but interesting. And she had also some interesting other baby dolls with her that I don't know if they were even on camera, but one of them you could like squish the body and it would give you a smooch. It would really make like super interesting dolls she had. And she even said she has some of the Minmi and the Goo Goo sets at home from her daughter, and I don't know, whatever it might be. I hope she brings more now that she has sold a couple of dolls and we had a nice conversation. What did I pay in the end for all of this? Because the Skipper with the fashions was technically 15, and then it was €2 and €3, so it was €20 together technically, but I paid 18. So she was not easy to negotiate with. She was really firm on her prices because like she had already reduced them. As I said, the stick-up price was like, you know, crossed out 25 and said like 15 and whatever. But like €2 down, and it's really great stuff, especially all these Skipper fashions. This was the end, I think the last thing that I filmed Biesdorf. Then I went to my local flea market because when I go home by train, then I arrive at the train station and directly there's my local flea market. So I went there, and I don't think that I filmed much apart from this one clip. So let's have a look. I picked up a rubber duck. What the hell? Why? What? First of all, it's Legolas from the Lord of the Rings. Second of all, it was just 20 cents. 20 cents! I mean, all of the other rubber ducks were just, I don't know, normal rubber ducks, whatever. But I knew that this one is from the Tubs line from Numbskull, because a couple of years ago I had even seen reviews online for them when they were popping up with the whole Lord of the Rings line. Because, you know, there is, I think, a community that is collecting rubber ducks, especially some that are more like pop culture inspired, because this is what these Tubs, T-U-B-Z-Z, Tubs, this lineup is just, it makes like rubber ducks and all sorts of, you know, pop culture franchises from Marvel to I don't know what, here Lord of the Rings or whatever. It does like everything. So cartoon characters and all of that. So as a collecting community, I don't know, they don't go for much. You still can find this Legolas, for example, online for like what, €15 or something like that new. I just picked it up because it's weird and it was just 20 cents, really. Even if I don't keep it because it doesn't really, I mean, I will put it in my boy toy display somewhere because I don't have anything Lord of the Rings, and maybe you don't know about that, but I used to be a huge fan of the Lord of the Rings, specifically of the Peter Jackson trilogy of the movies, and Legolas was my first ever crush. Maybe not the very first crush, because like there was Pokemon before and Digimon, and I had some crushes of some of these characters. But in terms of, you know, real life action faces, people, I mean, I didn't really have a crush on Orlando Bloom, was really more on Legolas. I was a huge fan. I had Legolas posters everywhere, and yeah. Here it is. Legolas as a rubber duck. Actually, this is not really a squishy typical rubber duck material. It is pretty firm and hard. You cannot squish them, but it has like this, you know, typical hole, so it would be floating, I guess. It is pretty detailed. It looks pretty cool. It is very silly. I would have never in my entire life picked it up if it would have been more than, I don't know, €2 or something. But 20 cents. You can't blame me. You can't blame me for like being like, you know, like forced almost by the super cheap price into buying it. Yeah, and then no more footage, but I still picked up 2 things. Just want to quickly show them to you. Those are not, you know, toy related or anything, but they are still kind of vintage. This is like one of those, I don't know what you call that, thermos bottles, and it really, I mean, the design looks so 80s. And it even, I mean, I don't know, this is the brand. And at the bottom you can see it says made in W Germany. Can you read that? That means West Germany. And so it can't be any newer than 1989 because that's when Germany, 1990, whatever, that's when Germany got reunited and there was no West and East anymore. So it is definitely something from the 80s. You can see it. And I also wanted to have a bigger like thermos bottle really to use. It is super clean. I mean, I have also cleaned it. You can take it completely apart with all of the different, you can also screw this one off and all. I cleaned everything. It is super, there's nothing on it. And it is cool to have one where you can really like, you know, use the topper here as a little cup, pull it in like for specifically for tea or for coffee. I just don't drink coffee, I just drink tea. And whenever I want to bring a little bit more like, oops, something to drink with me than my normal water bottle, then this is pretty cool and it definitely will keep things hot or cool. And it was €1. And the same for, oops, same for this. It is not as cute. It comes from the same vendor. It's a little more old-fashioned-y, like, I don't know, with these, but it has sunflowers on it and it's dark green. It's not really my thing. But it's also a thermos, but more like a bowl, a thermos bowl. It keeps your food hot. Ta-da! I just thought this is something that can be super handy when I like make a bike tour, for example, and want to bring my food with me. Prepare it at home, make a bike tour, and then eat wherever, somewhere in the fields, or at the lake, or even when I go to the beach and I prepare something warm, some noodles or whatever, and then can bring them and they're still hot. And you know, has enough space. It is also super clean. It is just not as cute as this one because this one really, I mean, it screams 80s. This one could also be 70s or something, I don't know. Though also €1, €2 for the both of them. Happy. Something like not toy related. So probably super long video. I'm feeling like a hot mess express right now because like I was talking so much about all of these ponies and all of these Barbies and all of these Barbie fashions and blah 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 blah. I was trying to speed through all of this, but it's not possible. It's just not possible. So I needed to show you this amazing flea market day immediately. So this is going up right after probably the small flea market that was directly the next day after Toyplosion. This was probably a shorter video, and then here we've got a super long video. I hope you don't mind. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget you can give this video a thumbs up. You can comment down below, or if you're not subscribed, maybe you want to push the subscribe button. Doesn't cost any money. It just, you know, makes it easier for you to find my videos again, and it helps out make my channel grow. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you real soon. And may the toys and the ponies be with you